Hi folks, so this is where we are today. I've walked all the way down here. It's not that far from, I mean it's West Norwood, so it's half an hour walk or something, whatever. But yeah, West Norwood's cemetery and crematorium. You might be thinking, well, wow, that's going to be a really, mind you, look at those gates as well, by the way, pretty interesting. But look at some of these mausoleum things, man. Wow. I mean, flipping heck. One's got glass windows, man. That's pretty cool. I mean, for a mausoleum, I mean. But anyway, yeah, sorry. So, yeah, you might be thinking, what a flipping creepy, cheerful place to come to. Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I do agree with you. But like I said, at the moment, I'm flipping limited, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? Oh, look at these. Wow. These are like little houses, almost. Wow, they're like little, what do you call these things anyway? Little, I don't know what, I forgot what you call them. They've got a name for these things, but I just can't remember what you call them. Wow. But yeah, so that's pretty spectacular, that one though, I must admit. I love the cross made out of glass in the, well, I'll say roof, I don't know, I guess it's the roof. Yeah, I keep saying mausoleum. Yeah, it is a mausoleum, isn't it? That one's all bricked up. Oh, wow. Or concreted up. So, yeah, anyway, basically, I've been watching, like, you know, my usual stuff, Mosagi and so on, and blah, blah, blah. And some of the Abandoned Explore guys and so forth. And I'm like, I need to do an Abandoned Explore. I am really desperate for an Abandoned Explore. I want to go somewhere that's actually abandoned, not somewhere... Because that's another thing, as I was walking down the road, I was thinking to myself, you know, there's definitely a difference between... I think, anyway, this is just my personal opinion. There's definitely a difference between something that's actually abandoned, so that's something that's been, like, sat somewhere for decades, say, and nobody either actually owns it or it's owned by like the local authority or something like that, but there's no plans for it to ever be used. Do you know what I mean? And then you get places that are just derelict, that, you know, somebody actually owns, and there are plans somewhere in the future, a couple of years, whatever, that they're going to do something with it. So I think there's a slight difference between something that's actually abandoned as opposed to something that's just derelict and not used. But anyway, that's just my little personal opinion. Maybe there isn't really that much of a difference, I guess. I don't know really. But because I'm thinking, you see, the thing is, there's not a lot near to me that I can easily reach. I've had to walk here, like I say. I mean, it's, you know, it's just a fact of life at the moment in my situation, the way things are. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Just never any money, whatever. Mind you, what's new in my life? It's always been that way. Anyway, but the thing is, obviously, that limits me on being able to get to places at times. So I came to West Norwood. Well, I didn't specifically come here. I just kind of ended up this way because I was kind of thinking and heading sort of in this general direction, because I'm thinking there must be something, you know, sort of West Norwood, going further on, Crystal Palace and whatever, whatever on from there on, whatever. I've never really explored that part of London much, although I have been there a couple of times, but you know, I don't, you know, I just had this, I thought to myself, maybe there's a better chance of something being abandoned in this general direction. But you know, to be quite honest, I don't think I'm going to find much at all. Now, of course, we've got West Norwood Cemetery. This isn't abandoned, but I don't know. I had to vlog something. I like making my vlogs. I need to vlog something, do something. And it's also nice to get out and about, and it's not cold today. It's overcast and it's muggy, and it might even rain later. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Ooh, look, let's go up this path here. It looks kind of slightly interesting because it's off the beaten track slightly, and might be slightly more interesting, maybe. But yeah, I'm also thinking, because you see, the thing is, I brought all my stuff with me today. I brought my little tripod, my selfie stick. I didn't bring the tripod, it's just too much stuff to carry. But and I brought my torches with me, because I was thinking, like, if I do find somewhere abandoned, you know, it might be all boarded up and like dark inside, so I'm going to need some sort of form of light. So I thought to myself, right, let's take the torch and everything. And kind of now I'm thinking, but the trouble is, you see, the thing with this is, like, I must admit, it did cross my mind, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do this, but it did cross my mind at one point where I thought, maybe we do an overnight challenge in here. Do you know what I mean? Stay here until like early hours of the morning. But the trouble is, one, I imagine they have somebody that goes around, checks, makes sure the place is empty before they lock it up. And that's the other thing, you see, then I'd be literally locked in here. Do you know what I mean? And you can see the size of those walls over there. I mean, they're like easy 25 feet walls at least. And that's just a guesstimate, do you know what I mean? And that's basically what I'm surrounded with, and even where there is fencing, that's about the same height. There's no way I'd get out of there if it got locked in, at least that I'm aware of or can tell. So the thing is, just how good an idea is that, really, ultimately? You know what I mean, to be locked in the cemetery all night. I mean, don't get me wrong, believe me, I've slept in cemeteries. When I was homeless, I've slept in the cemetery. I've done it on a couple of occasions, so I've slept in cemeteries. And they're quite peaceful, actually. They're really nice places, and you don't get disturbed, and nobody bothers you for obvious reasons. And you know, the thing is, there was no ghosts and no spookies, and nothing happened or anything like that, so they don't scare me in that sense. Do you know what I mean? And my father used to always say to me, this is one of his things that he used to say to me, I don't know why, specifically why, but on numerous occasions throughout my life, he used to say to me, you know, don't be frightened of the dead, because it's only the living that can harm you. And you know, for the most part, I think that's true. But I mean, these days, of course, with all the different videos on YouTube and all the investigating things that you see these days and all that lot, apparently that might not be so true anymore. You know, if you go by what you see on these videos, you know, where people are getting scratched by something, or, you know what I mean, things thrown at them or whatever, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I have no idea. But you know, like I said, I think for the most part, do you know what I mean, even if you did get locked in here, and even if you did spend the whole night in this, sorry, flipping out, I'm not watching what I'm doing, I haven't got this thing on at the minute. I do find it actually easier to hold and carry this thing with my little tripod on. Although that's, well, see, I'm all over the place. Oh, hello folks, we're down here now, and we're up here now. Sorry, I'm trying to vlog and also at the same time get my flipping, where did I put it and all? Oh, yeah. What the heck? Oh, I just found a tea light. One of those little candles. I didn't even know that was in there. Oh boy. Oh, for crying out loud. Sorry folks. I tell you what, look, I can't flip in what's saying. This is impossible. I'll just leave it there for a minute. I'll get back to you in a minute. Bye for now. Okay folks, sorry about the slight interruption there. But yeah, so I've got it on the little tripod now. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I mean, so even if I did get stuck in here during the night time, yeah, I might be a little bit scared. It just depends, obviously. Do you know what I mean? It depends on if like any spooky stuff did start happening. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if some sort of spooky stuff started to happen, then flipping heck, yeah, I think I'll definitely be scared. Do you know what I mean? But you know, as it stands, you know, the only thing that would bother me about being locked in here overnight is the fact that, you know, literally I'd be locked in here overnight and I couldn't go home and, you know, get something to eat or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Oh, blimey. Whew. Walking up this is a bit... yeah, so... like I said, I think... you know... I think in some ways it sounds like a kind of a good idea, but I'm not so sure. Wow, there's something behind me, right? I can see it in the screen. And I think it's a headstone. The flipping heck, in the crossing it looks really creepy, because it looks like there's a black figure standing there. That is so creepy. But it's actually, I think it's, in fact, I'm gonna, what the heck is it? Oh, it's a tree. It's a flipping tree. But like I said, in the screen at the back, it looks kind of spooky.
Hello.
Hello.
You wouldn't have a clue as to where Mrs. Beaton, the cook, is? No?
I really don't. Sorry, I don't really know this cemetery that well.
No, nor do we.
Yeah.
We know she's in here, but we just can't locate her.
Ah.
Never mind.
Is there not sort of like an office or a
There
place
is
where...
back at the gate.
Yeah.
I don't know if my wife will make it back to there again.
Gotcha.
So we'll have another trip here another day.
Okay. Sorry I couldn't help, sorry.
No, that's fine. If you don't know the cemetery, are you interested in the architecture at all? Well,
yeah, for the most part,
just
I
down
mean...
there, there's the chap who invented Royal Dalton China. He's got a house made of china.
Oh, wow.
Only just along. I'll point it out to you.
Oh, cool. Nice one. Thank you.
And somewhere there's a bloke who invented the Maxim gun.
Oh, wow. Flipping heck. Yeah, I mean, I've been to, oh, what's that other one there? Oh, look at
Avenue
this.
Park?
No, the one where famous people are buried. Karl Marx is buried there.
Oh yeah, that's Hampstead. Highgate.
Highgate, that was it. Yeah, I've been to Highgate. Yeah.
In fact, if you go down Dalton, Heather, down there, isn't it? Yeah. No, look here. Look through there.
Oh right,
See
yeah.
it?
Yeah. Oh wow.
And in fact, on the front there's some quite famous people on the front,
All right.
up against the church.
Oh, thanks.
That's all right. You're welcome.
Cheers. I'll have a look. Good luck. Cheers. Thank you. Okay. Wow. So, yeah, I must admit, actually, I have been in here once before, but oh, I can't remember how long ago it was. I don't know if I've done a vlog. Oh, I might have done a vlog here, but we're going back. I don't know how long ago. We're talking at least a good 3 years, maybe longer. Actually, I'm not 100% certain. So it has been a while, and I must admit, it's a lot bigger than I remember. Actually, seems to be more stuff than I remember. I don't remember it being this big or substantial. Now, this is obviously the crematorium, by the way. Look at this thing here. Holy moly! Look at the size of that. That's a lot of marble in there, man. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I like that. I like that. I don't know why I like that. I think it's because of the like Doric column things. Let's have a little walk up here a second. I like this little gate. Look at the little gate on it, sort of thing. And you've got these little steps, and then you can walk up these little steps. I'm going to check this little building out here as well. He was telling me about some... Oh, I'll tell you in a minute. Hang on. Oh, look at this. Wow. Do you know what? I think it's really fascinating that we build these things to deceased people, which I get, do you know what I mean? I'm not knocking it or anything necessarily. I'm just saying that we seem to go to a lot of time and trouble and expense. Well, some people anyway. I mean, so those that can afford it, obviously. But, you know, I just find it fascinating that we spend so much time. It's mainly, I think it's partly because, you know, it's not just that, obviously, because they were loved ones and we want to remember them and, you know, sort of dedicate something to them in their memory and so forth. I get all that, do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. And it's, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that or anything. I'm just saying, I just find it really interesting that, you know, we spend all this money on, you know, sadly somebody who's departed, but, you know, you think, well, there's a lot of stuff in life that the living are struggling with, and wouldn't the money be best spent you know, on helping people that are alive at the moment. Do you know what I mean? I know, I don't mean to be... Henry Tate, the Vault of... Oh, wow. That's the guy that made the Tate Modern, Tate Britain, all the Tate galleries. Henry Tate, that's the Sugar people. That's their family vault. Wow, holy moly. Wow, their family vault's in here. Wow, until the days dawn, the shadows flee away. That's a cute little place, isn't it? You see, like I said, don't get me wrong, architecturally and, you know, aesthetically, some of these are absolutely beautiful and amazing. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's flipping. It is, it's absolutely... Oh, wow, you can hear echo. Hello. Hello. Wow. But, yeah, like I said, I was just saying, it's like, you know, a simple headstone, blah, 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 you know, and come and visit your relatives, because, you know, at some point I would love to try and find my mum's. I tried a couple of years back when I was last in Manchester. I tried to find mum's grave, and I really couldn't find it, and I really wanted to go there and visit the grave. I really did. But anyway, yes, so, you know, simple headstone, you know, or even you know, even a ornate one, whatever. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, I get why, you know, these are built, and these big ones, and these mausoleum things, and what have you. But I say, I just think to myself, well, you know, maybe you could use the money to help people that are alive now. You know, not necessarily Wasson, but your relatives, your friends, your family, whatever. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, guys. So, you know, what do I know anyway? Well, look at that door. Wow, it's a big crack down it. Look at that. Whoa. That big crack in the door, man. It's definitely a wooden door, I think. I think it's a wooden door. It looks like a wooden door. One imagines it's a wooden door, but... No, it's not. That's not wood. I wonder why, because you don't normally see wood crack like that. It didn't look like a wooden crack, if you see what I mean. If that makes any sense. That's not wood. That is some sort of, I don't know, stone of some description. In fact, it looks like, if you look, that might even be slate. Could that be slate? Because of the colour and the way it sounds. It's cold to the touch as well. Wow. Yeah, I was just looking at the crack and I'm thinking, like, I don't... If wood splits, it doesn't usually split like that. Do you know what I mean? It usually has... Generally tends to be... I don't know. I'm not... It just didn't look like a wooden split. That's why I was thinking, is that actually wood? Although it looks like it's supposed to be wood, but it's not. Oh, there's the chimney for the crematorium, man. Wow. Well, that reminds me of a time... Ooh, there's an interesting looking structure over there. Must go and have a nosy in a sec. Yeah, it reminds me of a time... This is a very unedited vlog, isn't it? It's just like vlog. Yeah, there was... Because like I said, I used to go to A.A. years ago. I don't go anymore. But that's just my choice. And anyway, so there was one of our AA members sadly passed on, and so, in fact, wasn't it, I think I knew the lady as well, actually. Anyway, sorry, blah 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 blah. And so we went to a cemetery, I forget where the heck it was. It was what was it called again? Anyway, I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But anyway, so we went to this cemetery, and like, you know, she was going to be cremated and what have you. And so I went for the service. There was tons of AA people there. There was hundreds of people there. So it was a massive big do and everything. And I went with one of my friends at the time, who in AA. And anyway, so at one point when the service finished and everything, we went for a wander around the graveyard, and you know, we're walking around, we're chatting about stuff, whatever, blah blah blah. And I just happened to glance up and look towards where the chimney of the crematorium was, and saw all this black smoke coming out of it. And it suddenly hit me that that was our friend. Do you know what I mean? That was the person I knew. Do you know what I mean? And it was just a really just mind-blowing moment, to be quite honest. It really was. It was like unbelievable. It's like, whoa. And like I say, it just shocked me. I know it sounds wasn't, but it really shocked me because I'm just walking along with my friend, chatting away. We're chatting about stuff, whatever. I can't remember exactly what. And I just happened to glance up, and then I noticed the chimney and all this smoke coming out of it. And of course, I knew because that's she was the only person. You know, that was the thing that was happening that day. You know what I mean? So, you know, she was being cremated that day. So, yeah, that I must admit, I was kind of shocked. Cause, like I say, it just made me think, wow, that's actually the person I knew. Wow. Yeah. Anyway. So. Ooh, there's some people here. I don't want to disturb them. Okay. So. I'm gonna just leave those people be. Yeah. I had no, until I walked on them steps, I had no idea there was anybody there. I couldn't hear them until I went up the steps then. Right, okay. Yeah, this, I must admit, this place, why? It's like a flipping TARDIS, this place. It's like, what the heck? I don't remember this place being this big. What? Wow. Oh well, anyway. Yeah, look, there's the chimney, look. For the crematorium itself. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I brought you to a right cheerful place, haven't I? Sorry, folks. They are interesting, though. They are interesting places. There's no two ways about that. What was this thing? I saw something a minute ago. Sorry, when I was... There's like a tower with things on it. Or is that outside of the cemetery? Because there's the wall. It might be outside of the cemetery, actually. I thought it was within the grounds of the cemetery there. Dalton Path. Yeah, he was talking about some guy that... Sorry, the old dude just before was talking about... Let's go and have a look up here a minute. I want to go back and check that in a minute. Definitely want to check that. Mind you, there's a ton of really interesting things in this cemetery, I must admit. You know, the tombstones and stuff and what have you. I mean, look at that thing over there. It looks like a little mini church kind of thing. Like a little mini church. A small church, whatever. Xiao Xiao. Xiao Xiao Church. Xiao Xiao is Chinese for small, by the way. Picked that up from the Young Turks. Cenk Uygur, of course. Because, of course, his wife is Chinese. So... Sorry, is that door open? I'm not going to go in, but... It looks like that door... What? What the heck? Oh, my curiosity is getting the better of me. Hang on. See, I don't, obviously, like most people, I don't like... Oh, hang on, we can walk in between, can't we? Yeah. See, like most people, I feel uncomfortable about walking on people's graves. I just don't think... I don't know, it's a thing, you know what I mean? I think most of us are like that. Most people would be like that. Because it just doesn't feel right somehow to be doing that. I'm pretty sure it doesn't bother them in the slightest, I'm sure. But, you know, the thing is, it just doesn't feel right. Oh no, what is this? Sorry, I'm a nosy Cohen, me. I really am. Sorry, I'm just having a quick nosy. No, it's nothing. It's just a little cubbyhole. It's just a little cubbyhole. Sorry. I mean, even if it was somewhere to go in, I don't think I would be doing that necessarily, because this is the crematorium and I don't necessarily want to go in there. Because it's a used one, you know what I mean? It's a function. If it had been an abandoned one, then yeah, definitely want to go and have a nosy. Do you know what I mean? But it's a used crematorium, so I don't want to do that. Right. I think we can go this way. I don't think we're walking on anything here. Oh look, it's open actually. At least maybe we could have a look at the building at least. But I don't know, again I feel a bit uncomfortable doing this. Actually, let's just have a quick nosy. Hope there's no one well, we're not disturbing anybody. Wow. It smells nice in here. Oh wow. Oh look. There's like these plaques. not like, again, I was going about smells, I know I do, but I mean, it's like, you know, smell is a very powerful thing for us human beings, actually. You know, in terms of memory and stuff like that, the things it invokes in us. It's really interesting. Oh look, book of memory. Look at that, stained glass. Like I say, some of these, the architecture in some of these places is really fascinating and interesting. It's really cool. Okay, so I don't get to do an abandoned vlog, but I definitely get to do a vlog of some description. Oh, that's that little garden area where those people were. What's this? Oh, waiting room and toilets. Oh, actually, that's a good idea. I actually need to go. So, oops. So I think I'll avail myself of the facilities whilst I can. Catch you guys momentarily. Hi folks. Oh look, the chandelier's moving. Oh no, the chandelier's moving. Look, it's a ghost. Oh no, the chandelier's moving. Whoa. Nah, you know what, it's just that, like I say, you get Mo and Mo Saji and oh my gosh and all the other guys, J Station, all of them, you know, well, vast majority of them, almost every video, well, not every video, but, you know, a lot of the videos where they go to these creepy, spooky places and they've got like chandeliers or whatever, and, you know, they'll be going around vlogging, and all of a sudden they'll whip around and go, what? And all of a sudden the chandelier's moving about. You think, yeah, right, okay. Now, okay, fair enough. Maybe they didn't move it, but, you know what I mean? It's like, and it's nearly always a chandelier. And I think to myself, well, why would a ghost waste its energy moving a chandelier? Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's like, oh, I don't know, sorry. Every time I have a good moan about stuff, it makes it sound like, it's like press bell for assistance. It always sounds like I'm having a go or whatever, but I actually love their stuff. I'm not knocking them, it's just, the thing with me is, as I've said many times before, is that I'm very scientifically minded, generally speaking, overall, and I prefer stuff that makes sense, and I find it really difficult to tolerate stuff that is obviously not correct, if that makes any sense, and so stuff like that. I mean, obviously I have to suspend disbelief because it's meant as entertainment, and it is entertaining, and I do enjoy it, and I do like it, but I don't know, sorry, I know, I'm just waffling on. Waffle. Anyway, anywho, now we've got these big doors here. Let me go and check this first. I think they're locked though, by the way. It looks, yeah, I think that's locked. It's probably where they actually have the service in there, I guess. And then this is like, oh wow. Oh, we've got to have a look, guys. Oh, what? Yeah, what's that? Character will be locked until further. Access until... Well, it says it's locked, but oh, is it? I can't tell. It looks like. Oh yeah, it is. I can see a bolt at the top there. Sorry. Let's have a quick nosy on. Wow. So they're like urns, aren't they? Of the ashes. Sorry. I'm such a nosy soul, but yeah, I kind of want to go back down there again for some reason. I'm not sure why. We've just been down there. Why do I want to go back down there for? Okay, anyway. Right. I find this really interesting. I feel drawn to go back in there for some reason. I don't know why. Right, hang on. Just bear with me again. Just bear with me, guys. I have no idea why I feel like the need to come back in. There's something about this space. Not bad or anything, far from it. The complete opposite. It's quite nice, actually. Like I say, it's a very pleasant smell. It feels very calm. It feels quite spiritual. It feels nice. I'm not sure why I feel drawn to come back in though. I wonder if we'll pick up any EVPs in here. I wouldn't have thought so necessarily. It's funny because I've heard it said, although these days, again, things change so much, you know what I mean, especially with the internet. It's always been said that ghosts don't frequent cemeteries because they didn't actually die here. They were buried here, but they didn't actually die here. So the logic has always been that a ghost wouldn't necessarily haunt a place that it's not familiar with, essentially. Do you know what I mean? That it would haunt a place where it was more familiar with, its home, or a place where it worked. I say it, sorry, they, sorry, you know, where they worked or whatever. I want to go into that little area there. I don't want to disturb those people if they're still there. I can't see them. Are they there? Oh, they were there. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, that's why I've never been frightened of cemeteries, really, because, like, it always seemed quite logical, that. Do you know what I mean? That, like, why would a ghost spirit haunt a place where it was actually buried rather than opposed to the place where either A, where it actually died. I keep saying here, don't I? Sorry. You see, that shows you something. That shows me anyway, that I have a difficult time with this concept of the spirit continuing after physical death. I don't know, I just do. You know, like I said, I'm scientifically minded. I can't help it. It's just my head needs logic. My head needs reason. I can't deal with stuff that doesn't have any rhyme or reason to it. I just can't. You know, it's just the way I was made. You know, I need stuff to make sense, and I need stuff to have logical, you know, connections and stuff. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, brain's gone completely. Wow, that's really interesting. Sorry folks, that's very odd. Okay folks, so I've just done a Houdini and I magically materialised through the gate. Look at this, guys. Wow, it's like a little scarecrow thing. Oh, I don't know what you call it actually, really. It kind of makes me think of a scarecrow, but wow. That's so cute. I don't know what you guys can see down there. Wow, it's deep and all, man. Wow, and it's brick lined all the way down. Holy moly.